But come on, Sami, use your head. Keep out of McIntyre's way. You tried at Saturday Night Main Event. Didn't work. Now you've got an even angrier Drew McIntyre because you attacked him last week.
It's just who Sami is, though, Wade. Isn't it just unrelenting, that never-give-up attitude?
And that's fantastic, but some fights you cannot win, and history has taught us that this is a fight he cannot win against the massive and at times unhinged Drew McIntyre.
All right, so if you were in the ear of Sami Zayn and you know what just happened 9 days ago, you saw exactly how things went there, how would you advise him in terms of the strategy to take on this challenge?
I wouldn't bother. I've seen countless people try to give Sami Zayn advice over the years. He never listens. He goes with his gut instinct, and that is what gets him into messes like this. I mean, McIntyre thought Zayn was in the rear view mirror. His aim was to deal with all those ex-Bloodline members, the people facilitating the likes of Roman Reigns and CM Punk at the moment. Nice boot to the chest there from McIntyre. But Sami Zayn attacked McIntyre last week when McIntyre was going about his new business, apparently Seth Rollins, which we'll have to wait for now at least.
And Drew is very clear in detailing what is fueling all his anger lately. Vertical suplex, he just slams him down. Anybody associated with aiding, helping, aligning with CM Punk, or specifically Roman Reigns, and you know what he's pointing to with Jimmy and Jay and Sami.
And it's understandable. Drew feels self-righteous that he stood up to the tyranny of the original Bloodline. He sees the likes of Sami Zayn as being weak and naive in helping Roman on his quest to get back to the top of this industry.
CM Punk also joined forces, and of course that is undoubtedly the rivalry of 2024 in the entire industry that was capped in early October in Hell in a Cell. And then the time off that Drew McIntyre had, and he's very honest in detailing what he went through in his personal life returning to Scotland.
Yeah, I got a lot of sympathy for McIntyre. I know what it's like having a 3,000-mile ocean in between you and your family and dedicating yourself to a career like this. Drew has missed out on a hell of a lot, and I don't think that quite computed to Sami Zayn earlier.
Sami ready for takeoff, but then reverses course. Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, this holiday edition of Monday Night Raw. Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett with you ringside. Big crowd coming out to see this main event that was made earlier tonight. Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, Wade, has a 9-0 record with 1 no contest against Sami Zayn in his career in singles action.
It's like Tom Brady consistently losing to Eli Manning in Super Bowl. Some people, in the big moments, you just cannot beat them.
That's pure power of McIntyre. Able to do damage to that lower back of Zayn.
270 pounds of snarling Scottish anger.
Just a dynamic world-class athlete is McIntyre.
With a mind cursed by a victimhood and now bent on vengeance to those who made that mind spiral in the first place.
Feels like more than ever with what we've seen with the recent actions of McIntyre, with what he did to Jey Uso and Sami, trying to get after Seth Rollins as well.
Sami Zayn can barely stand up straight.
Into the cover.
Zayn grabbing that lower back as he was getting shot off to the ropes. Well, it's just got a whole hell of a lot worse with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Yeah, the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker after the suplex, but watch this, Wade.
Yeah, it's timing, it's power, it's precision, and most of all, it's pretty damn painful if you're Sami Zayn, who's gingerly pulling himself up by the ropes. This match feels like we're already at a point where the victor is going to be a foregone conclusion. Sami Zayn might be better at getting out of dodge while you still can, because it's not going to get better from here, Sami.
Sami back to it here, but this time he's able to counter. What a counter by Sami.
McIntyre went for a take 2. Sami Zayn had seen that play once too many.
Sami trying to fight through the pain. He understood the challenge of coming into this not at 100% health, but that's what pros do. That's why fighters fight. They understand and they make different decisions.
Here's the thing about Sami Zayn, he's clearly the underdog tonight, but
Crossbody is caught.
You could say that about
McIntyre.
his entire career, and McIntyre's got that look in his eye.
Sami trying to fight free.
Well, we're going to get a fall-away slam on our desk. Instead, we get McIntyre's cranium bounced on there like a basketball. Little Larry Bird for you. He was here, wasn't he? I'm not a basketball guy. But
Sami looking to rally against Drew. And Drew turns things around on the steel steps.
And that's the difference. You saw McIntyre bounced about 16 times on our desk. The power of McIntyre bouncing the head of Zayn on those steel steps has completely taken every ounce of ability from the soul of Sami Zayn. It's about to get worse.
Not on the steel steps, he's not going to do this.
He does that.
Look at the look in his eye.
Sami Zayn's going to end up in a wheelchair.
The lower back is already damaged. And he just smashed it on the corner of the apron from off the steel steps. A menacing look on Drew McIntyre. Oh my! It has been back and forth here in our main event with Drew McIntyre getting the best of Sami Zayn in recent moments. Able to turn it around into the cover. And the kick out by Drew.
Attempted a victory roll there, shocking the big Scottish superstar, and now driving that shoulder as Sami Zayn either dived out the way or just collapsed from sheer exhaustion. Either way, it worked.
The unrelenting pursuit of victory, always by Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn feels like he's tapping into something special now.
Remember, that lower back has been damaged throughout this main event. Imagine big right hand that meets Sami as he was climbing to the top rope.
Well, we've all written off Sami Zayn many times, not least at WrestleMania this year, where he miraculously dethroned Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to take another performance of those kind of proportions to pull off a victory here tonight against McIntyre.
Look at this power as he stands on the second rope. McIntyre for the win. That was 2.9, wasn't it, Wade?
Stealing this white noise straight from his old buddy Sheamus, who's throwing things at the TV right now. But Sami Zayn managing to kick out and stay in this one. Is it really worth it at this point, Sami?
For him, it's always a yes. Always a yes.
He looks like toast. He looks like a beaten man. Referee, once again. Do you really want to do this, Sami?
I think Drew McIntyre is giving him that look, shaking his head and thinking the same thing that you are, Wade.
McIntyre like a tightly coiled spring. He's always had a hair-trigger temper, but it has just got worse and worse over the past 6 months.
2 times this year he's landed. Oh, here's the roll-up into the package and the kick out.
Glasgow kiss right to the mug of the Canadian Sami Zayn.
Now the eyes, those piercing eyes coming off that Glasgow kiss headbutt.
Oh, you know what's next, Joe? We're not getting a Christmas miracle this year. We're getting something very different.
Just as he did on December 14th. Instead, it's a clothesline. From Claymore to clothesline.
McIntyre got a little too confident there. Beaten to the punch.
Exploder, Sami Zayn.
This match just did a 180 in the blink of an eye.
And now, from one man being in position to line it up, to the other looking to land it.
The miracle is back on.
Here go, oh, Sami, that back is giving out, Wade. He tried to rev the engine.
Trying to get a
Claymore! Claymore lands. Sami gave it everything he could. But in the end, it's Drew.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
And once again, add to the tally. Sammy has never beaten Drew in his career. McIntyre now 10-0, 3-0 in this calendar year alone. Back-to-back wins in December alone.
The spirit of Sami Zayn was completely unbreakable tonight, but it was the body of Sami Zayn that gave out in the end. Thanks to this mountain of a man, Drew McIntyre.
Oh, this is the dark side we've been talking about. And as McIntyre has detailed his anger since his time away, and anybody who is associated with Roman Reigns and Sammy, he said, I suggest you don't. And here comes Jey Uso.
The man that Drew McIntyre laid out several weeks ago, who has vowed revenge and told Zayn, if you don't get the job done, I'm next.
The spear from Jey. And he's gonna look to go up top.
Saving what was left of Sami Zayn, who was getting put to the sword by Drew McIntyre. Wait a second.
Oh my!
The bloodline is in town.
That was Tama Tonga, who just went up and pushed Jey Uso off the top rope when he was lining up the splash. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa in the ring as Drew McIntyre just gives them that look as they surround Jey Uso.
Well, we heard what happened on SmackDown, an uneasy truce between Solo Sikoa and Drew McIntyre, and now the dogs of the bloodline are gonna feast. No good deed goes unpunished. Jey Uso came out here to save his buddy Sami Zayn and is now paying the ultimate price.
Now here comes Jacob Fatu, and Jey Uso just gets away from that hip slam, and now a super kick.
Tama Tonga laid out. Jacob Fatu getting lit up by the Yeetmeister.
And Little Bro looking for the spike, but he eats a right hand of his own. Jey brave enough to stand up, but the numbers, 3 against 1, and the spike comes in. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, after what we saw with a dynamic main event. And Sammy is back, Wade!
One shot to that lower back by Tama Tonga, despite Sami Zayn with the best of intentions to repay the favor to a down Jey Uso. There's just nothing left in the tank of Sami Zayn right now.
Oh, there's the big hit from Jacob Fatu. And Survivor Series War Games well in the rear view mirror. At this point, springboard Jacob Fatu moonsault. All the damage done.
Sami Zayn, who has already been through hell tonight, taking on the massive Drew McIntyre, is now reduced to a mere carcass.
How much more can Sami Zayn take? And to think where Jey and Sammy were back at Survivor Series War Games, when the original Bloodline defeated this new Bloodline. And now after Sammy was so brave to take on the challenge again against Drew McIntyre, this is how the evening will end. And remember, on January 6th, when Raw debuts on Netflix, it will be Tribal Combat.